It is actually a very beautiful Cooler Master PC case. Two 3.0 ports on the front. You got the microphone, a headset, the restart, and all that jazz. But this actually, it comes with one exhaust fan and 3 intake fans in the front with really, really good air intake on it, which I'm actually really happy to see. I mean, it's all covered up right now. These giant big plastic panels is everywhere it's going to be able to breathe. I'm also going to be running and working with this Thermaltake, the Smart RGB 600 water. So, how's it going, Lane? Good to see you, dude. So, I got to do some of the fun stuff, and that's unwrapping and unboxing this stuff, because I haven't gotten to use some of these products that I did purchase. But that's also half the fun, because I get to test them out and review it a bit. Yet again, power cable. Always need another one of those. This one is a non-modular power supply unit. Like the setup already. It's going to be a fun one, I believe. Shouldn't be too hard. But I want to get this listed. So I'm going to be uploading this to YouTube as well, just so I can actually like show off and like, hey, this is what we're using in this build. This is what we're doing. We have that non-DMCA music playing. We don't need these on right now. I also, one thing I think I love the most about this, one, it's tempered glass, but if you can see, you know how you always lose these pins and such? These ones are actually like stuck on there. You can see it on that smaller camera. But they actually don't come off. So they just kind of hang there. I was like, that's awesome. And I have this monitor sitting behind me. Which I don't need right here. Okay. So this is actually going to be a really nice one to work with. It's kind of small, so it's nothing too extreme. The only problem I don't like about it is it's just not a non-modular one. So you have everything, and you're bound to have everything in there. But the thing with this case is it definitely has like a nice big rear end on it to where you can actually manage all this cable work. So let's open this back end up. Alright. So, you've got all of your extra wires. You got your little silicone gel, you know, the good stuff right there. And then you've got the little baggie with the rubber gaskets for the grommets. So you got a bunch of extra screws in here, a bunch of zip ties, and what seems to be like a extender for the RGB? Switch power? Why would that not come already on it? So, a little strange. Oh. There's the case. Running Free's got the case on lock. Thanks. Thank you. So you got a 12 volt G&D, 5 volt G&D, 3.3 volt. But yeah, it's a switch. ARGB. Why would this not be already like mounted? That's what I don't get. is because you're going to mount it right there. And then you have the switch. I don't know how. It doesn't make any sense to me why you would do it that way. And then you have a fan. We'll get to that one when we get to that one. Alright. We're just going to stick that bad boy right back in there. Because that's a bunch of parts. That's our power. There's this guy. Instructions. Alright. The moment a lot of people want to see it. RGB lighting. I love it. Yeah, so this one has an RGB light button on the bottom of it. I actually went out and looked at the set prices. They're not, considering a PC build with one is about $2 to $3 grand. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be that's gonna be the top of the line graphics card. That's our RAM. Here's our motherboard that we're working with, or would want to build. I'm doing this for a friend and a client of mine, and I have honestly been thinking about starting it up personally to do more of these. I love building PCs. I find it very fun, interesting. So inside this guy you got the motherboard, the Z390 Pro, Z Pro, right? Yeah, or no, the A Pro, Z390-A Pro. It's an MSI. You have 2 SATA cables, which is awesome. You have the True Gaming plaque, which we'll have to mount for him. Or he can mount it himself. Register that. Intel motherboard drivers. Jazz. How to sync your CPU and your butt frame. And an M.2 screw, which is nice because that's actually what we're going to be using. M.2 drives are my favorite nowadays. They are far superior and far faster than a solid state drive. Never seen a computer being built. Well, Lane, I'm glad you get to see that now, man. Not sure if you're too much of a gamer or not, but it's what I've been doing. Clearly you can see in my studio I've been doing it for a bit. That's my thermal paste. Yeah, so this is going to be our solid state drive. It's an M.2. It's a Western Digital. It's a 500 gig. This thing's about $59.99. It really was very cheap. I need a knife. So yeah, if you've never seen an M.2 drive before, this is what they look like now. They're very fast, and they actually link right directly into the motherboard. More instructions. Alright, I want to get this thing in there. It seems so strange when you do it that way. Why must they do this? Like, everything has to be... It's so strange to me. It's like you have one side that's upside down, one side that's not upside down. You've got one tiny, really long amount of cables all over the place. But yeah, so this is a non-modular power supply unit, and if you ever get a non-modular, you're going to be stuck with all of this wiring just hanging out in your case, either shoved away or tucked away somewhere. Alright, so this is where the little screws come into play, because you need your screws to fit the case that fit the power supply unit. And I want to get the power supply unit in first before I get the motherboard in, just purely because it sits in the butt end of it. So I need 4 of these little guys. And I always recommend a very nice tiny screwdriver. And if you really want to get crazy, top camera, and I don't think the invoice is accurate, Lena, but I can. Should I? I'll zoom that one in. Can I? Should be able to. That's about all I got. I get one zoom. I mean, is that better? Have I tried Hyperscape? I have not. Is that a little bit better? All right. Let's put a glass bottle up to the zoom closer. Come on, man. All right. Basically, I want to get this thing mounted in first. Okay. Alright, so basically all of this jazz right now is just going to be tucked and we're going to be laying on top of it because, oh gosh, this is going to be a pain in my butt. More or less, half of this stuff is just going to be stuffed in here because cases can tend to be an issue. Put this guy here so we don't crunch him. Because now we're going to work like this. Oh, I'm sure there's more than just that thing that's old, hun. So, this is the MSI Z390-A Pro motherboard. It's quite the beautiful one. I have not gotten to mess with this one yet, but on the back end of it, you still have plenty of USB slots, everything like that for it. The other nice part about this case is it actually came with the pins already set up in all the appropriate spots where you want them actually for a mid ATX motherboard. So, actually, before I do that, I want to get this. This is my trash pile now. You can't forget about the butt cover. And those just snap in really easily. Every motherboard's gonna have one, and it will look like this. A DVI plug-in on the back of the motherboard, yeah. But you haven't gotten to see ooh, let's not do that. Oh, that's all green. But we will be building with the 1660 Super. I need to Sharpie that out. That's got my address all over it. I don't know what happened to my Sharpies. Whatever. Cool. Got it ripped off. We're solid. All right. What's up? Thanks, babe. Mm-hmm. I got mystery hands coming through the green screen. Sharpies? So, whenever you want to get them set in, they're always kind of a little tricky on like where it all lines up, because you want it to all line up perfectly with the back end of it as well, and you kind of have to press it in. But then everything kind of looks good to go. All of the screw holes start to line up perfectly as well. Okay. These I've actually never gotten to see before. Please tell me. Yeah, that's not for that. I was like, what are these little guys? They're like tiny little pins, but I wouldn't use them for anything for this kind of nonsense. No. I want these screws. Yeah, so you want to use these screws for your motherboard. Because you want to keep that motherboard in place. Otherwise, you can have a bad time. Honestly, I don't know why I'm not using my like nifty toolkit. This is one of my favorite toolkits. It's got literally everything in it. What's up, Ronnie? I'm over here using my like basic tiny computer screwdriver while I can just actually use my like very nice one. And I think my favorite part is a nicely tipped. Oh no. Oh no. Did I just get that pressed in there? Well, that's just annoying. The fan controller I got wedged. Or the power for the fan. This one's actually too small. Oh, the bot. I think we all forgot about that guy. Good God. Just goes to show you, like, one little screw in the wrong spot real fast can just, or if you don't get that, there we go. There we go. That little guy was tucked behind the motherboard screw, so I couldn't get it all the way down and cinched in there. Okay. Man, I wish I had an overhead light. Come on, man. Of course, the one screw had to, like, go run away from me. Thank you. I think it just fell right there. Fine. That is fine. Yeah, it didn't fall on the ground. This thing is in my freaking way. I need you to relax, little fan. Please relax. Thank you. What's up, Ron? I don't have a specs command. Lena, it would be !, add com, and then whatever command it wants to be. So !, the command, and then the description, or the command, more or less. Looks like a Cooler Master. It is. How are you finding building in it? So far so good. It actually seems pretty nice. I mean, considering what the it has a lot of room despite it being still only a mid tower. And it sounds like you've built before, and you know your cases, especially if you can just notice that from the camera. But yeah, I built in a couple other ones, and this one so far has, I mean, the motherboard sits snug. Let's put it that way. It goes all the way down to the bottom. There's no way you're going to be able to get any sort of wires really up through the bottom, but it is nice because it does have this, if you can see it right here, from basically where the power supply unit, there is that rubber like gasket hole and these 3 spots as well. Can't recognize the front panel. It's got the 3 fans right in the front of it. Clear front. So it has room in the front for more bays, but that's not what we're doing. Woof. Just throwing screws. we'll toss that guy in right there. Okay. So, since I've got this all done now, we have all of this jazz. Motherboard's all hooked in there. I'm going to toss in our Western Digital Blue. We are rocking the M.2 500 gig. Enjoy watching people build, to be honest. I spend way too much time on Twitch watching system builds. It's not a bad thing. Personally, I think you learn a lot from that. I just recently put one of these drives into my own computer, into this gaming rig. I'm literally not even using it right now, because we're only using the stream rig, because I run a 2 stream op. Let me see here. Alright. Can you even see where I'm putting this thing? Yeah, okay. So basically on a motherboard, you have this little slot. It's above the PCI Express. That's where these M.2s go into place. They literally just stick right up in there. It's pretty difficult to see. I need an extra light. Gosh. Which is weird considering how it's like angled. So it sits like that, and it's just up in the air. But then you have to press it down and screw it in. It's definitely a strange. Very strange. But the motherboard provides you with, oh man, this incredibly tiny screw. Very small. But yeah. And for some reason, that is not screwing. That's not what I want to see. Is that what you want to do? Is that what you are trying to be? I'm curious if that's what these things are actually trying to be used for. There are these little pegs, but they're just straight up screwdriver heads. These fit. Yep, they do. Interesting. What's up, Tucker? Hey, Ron, thank you for that sub. Guys, can we see some hearts in there? Fresh sub, Reno. I have a couple quite passionate designers on our case team. They do well. You have a case team? Please elaborate more. I'm very intrigued by that. It's been something I've wanted to do more. And, well, someone reached out to me and asked if I could help them build a PC for them. And, of course, I said, yeah. Because why not? Let's just put that. So that's the M.2 screw, but typically they're the ones that want to go in there, but nope. Anonymous and Dead Sandwich. Whoa. Dead Sandwich. How's it going, man? 20 months in a row. We got a hype train? A level 1 hype train? I don't even know what that is anymore. What are those? And someone gifting on over to the robot. Well, thank you, little gifter. Alright, so. So. We got our M dot in. We need to do this, which is the nice CPU, because that one is going to be the... It's always my least favorite. But what's nice is this came with some nice Hello Fresh, $80 off. Your first meal kit. I'll have to ship that out to him. Missing a spacer? It may. I don't think so. Because I don't have... It doesn't have one. Literally. Nothing but trash. I don't like the way it's sitting. But... should be in the motherboard or case hardware. That's what I was... Dude, I'm right there with you. And it's not. Nope. It's just standard stuff. sense why this isn't working. Whatever. Needless to say, we figured it out. All right. Learning process on every new motherboard you ever have to work on. Some of them will just be different. And that makes so much more freaking sense. Alright. Keep it organized. Do I need more light? I don't want to blind myself. I could turn that overhead light up more, but it's not particularly what I want. And that screwdriver is actually too small, which is surprising. A 1.5. So, Ron, you said something about a case team. What does that mean? Cool. Oh, gosh. Better see it before it's powered on and after that. So it's still a win. Yeah, it is. Okay. Literally trash. So, one of the more nerve-wracking things you can do next is setting your CPU. Oh man. I think pretty much all CM cases, Cooler Master cases are based in Netherlands. There's two guys who design all the cases for Cooler Master. Wow. And production is in the Far East, but they make all the designs. Okay. That is nice to know. I am missing stuff over here. Oh, what's up, Tim? We got some other people in the Facebook chat. I did not get the 10900K for this build. For this build, I stayed budget. And this is actually the i7 9700K. It's an LGA 1151 socket, so it's actually very, very nice. This is still an 8-core processor. So this thing's going to do anything that you want to throw at it. Looks inside the box. You have your nice little manual. Your nice little Intel Core i7 9th Gen. Little sticker on the back. Hey, 9, what's up, dude? Gaming PC or streaming? This is going to be actually dedicated for gaming and music. I cannot seem to be smarter than the box. That's all I got to say. There we go. That's got some weight to it. I like it. So my previous builds, my current gaming PC has an i9 9900K in it, and my streaming rig has an i7 8700 in it. So, yeah. This friend and client of mine, he's looking to continue with recording music, editing music, and then he wants to do gaming with it as well. So therefore, I am able to throw in a bunch of stuff to where like he can actually work quickly with it all. So this isn't your first build. No, this would not be my first build. I've built in... I don't think you can see it. No, because it's hidden. This guy is a Thermaltake. That's one of my first builds that I did, and it's now sitting... Oh, I guess you can see it. It's right here. It's my stream rig. Game rig's underneath me over here in this area. I guess I can close that knife. Triangle to triangle. So square to square, right? Let's get a nice zoom in on here. There we go. It's a little bit more light. Best you can with COVID. Man, I seriously hope everybody's being safe. I just got off of that 1 month trip around the entire country. Boom. Nailed it. Alright, so I don't know if you can see it, but if you're ever wondering about how to set one and not mess up your CPU because there's those tiny little pins on on it. Come on. I know I've got more slack than that. I just put this in. There we go. So in the corners you can see, I don't know, can you? This way. I'm like trying to do this reverse. Focus. There we go. So if you can see it in the what looks like the bottom spots are actually the top, but there's little teeth that are notched. You see one right there. I would say so. Gosh, I'm trying to like hold my phone at the same time for light, but you have one, come on, there we go. One right there, and the other one right there. Oh gosh, this is so much more difficult. So basically you want those lined up perfectly, and then everything else will just come together. And... Cool. Yeah, so basically once you have those lined up, everything kind of lines up perfectly there, and then you are solid. You can now close this little guy, and basically when you press this thing down, you are sinking it in. I just lined the triangle marker to the triangle marker on the bottom left. On the bottom left? Oh. So you mark these guys. Okay. Yeah, see, I've always been one for these teeth. If you don't get those teeth in there, then you're just... then there's no point. I'm like, it's just screwed. But yeah, that's another nice marker too. So yeah, you have this little triangle here, and then try and get into this corner. So yeah, that makes... either way, make sure it's flush with itself, especially on these corners. Otherwise, you're going to destroy it in one nice clean swoop. Also, make sure that this is nicely going to go underneath this screw. You don't have to ever touch it. But yep, it's gonna feel like you're just gonna break something because you have to put so much pressure on it. But just go for it. Bam. Don't undo that. I've never actually messed with the Ryzen one. So, that is done now. That is trash. This is trash too, because that is just plastic, and that is plastic. Okay. I need alcohol. Not drinking alcohol. I need alcohol. This thing is going to be my next pain in the butt to do. We're going with the Cooler Master Hyper 212 RGB Black Edition. This thing is far larger than I thought it was going to be. Far larger. That one I might have to take a look at the instructions because this one is just minorly intimidating. Alright, there's my good old Arctic Silver. And I do have... I don't know where I put it. Ah, there it is. If you've ever messed with this kind of stuff before, you want a nice little Cooler Master little card. That's old stuff. I'm gonna use my new one. I just bought this. But everyone's like, oh, I don't know what thermal paste would you use? Arctic Silver. Arctic Silver. I'm on focus. You're not gonna focus, are you? Alright. There we go. Arctic Silver 5. This stuff's the best stuff. Man, my mysterious, amazing partner running free is just like, oh, here you go. It's right behind you. Thank you. Okay. So who knows how to apply thermal paste? Do we just blob it right in the middle of it and just call it a day? Just one giant, just unload this whole thing, right? Just one big giant glooby glob. Correct, right? Alright, sounds right. Alright, perfect. Or you don't even need this, right? You just stick, you just turn it on. You don't even have to put this on. If you pull your cooler off without the thermal paste being warm, it will pull your CPU out stuck to your cooler. What? Taco? The Verge method. What is the Verge method? It's how you do the X. Well, yes. I mean, realistically, do an X. That's what I always do. I just want to make sure everyone's on board that we're not all dumb here, and you gotta do that properly. I also am not gonna do that right now. I don't know why. I was going to. I'd rather get some of this stuff wired up, actually, before I deal with this monstrosity. Because let me show you this monstrosity. Don't eat this stuff. Welcome to another little box of a lot of little stuff. You have an ungodly amount of mounts and Oh, it actually comes with thermal paste. That I'm actually surprised about. Master Gel Pro Cooler Masters. Huh. So I'm assuming it's actually probably decent stuff. That's cool. 2 more brackets. Okay, yeah, so it's going to be one of these where you have to mount it on the rear end of it. That makes sense. And then you've got your power cables for powering the fan. Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah, we need to start wiring everything else up then. Warranty. Box. But yeah, this is how large this thing is. Put it in the case. What do you got? You've got half your motherboard gone. It's fucking huge. This is not what I was expecting. I was expecting to, like, purchase not a full-blown radiator for this thing, but more or less for something. And now I'm like, okay, so this thing is going to sit like this on it. I'm like, well, I've never used one of these types of radiators for a CPU, but I'm not opposed to it, and I know it's going to work perfectly fine. So we're going to set this bad boy right there. Okay, so you are done. If you take the fan off when installing the heatsink, then clip the fan back on it. Yeah, it should just be like little clip. Clippity clippity clip. Clip here, clip there, clip, and we're done. But there's something you can do. The monstrosity of installing hard drives. Seagate Barracuda. This one's a 2 terabyte. Not bad. Relatively priced nicely as well. I like these docking bays because they already have like these clips to where you can just bunch them on in there, and they sit in where the screws should be. You just gotta kind of go full force on it, and bam, just like that, and it's in there. This one actually has room for 1 screw, 2 screws on it, so that's nice. I'm curious. These ones? No. Bam. Clips right in. Super easy. Super easy. Gonna take a lurk. You enjoy that lurk, dude. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, that was an hour ago. Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, this is what we're gonna have to mount on and everything like that. The other little tricky nonsense is this entire mess of stuff. And where are they all gonna go? So this one goes into here, because this one's actually gonna be the power for the entire motherboard. And then I've got the CPU. Yeah, that's not it. Neither are these. See, these ones are the ones that just take up room to take up room, in my opinion. This is like what you don't need. Alright, so that's going to be your video graphics card. This is your CPU, which this one has to go all the way up here. And then just dip on in. It's just such an annoying... I hate how it just looks just like that, but sometimes, man. And then this one's going to go... I'm going to get this one through that while I can. I know you can't see it right now. Gotta run, but good luck with the rest of the build. Hope everything goes smooth. Nice to meet you in chat. Hey, you take care. It was a pleasure. Thank you for the sub. Come stop by again if you ever see me online. Alright, that one, that one, that one. A warm goodbye. Okay. SATA cable. Do I want that one or do I want that one? I'm going to go with the curved one. So technically I can go... The wiring seen from the front. Back panel is solid for a reason. It's because it... God, dude. Some of them... Some cases... like, well, I don't know. Some power supply units just don't really give you... Actually, a whole hell of a lot of... Actually, that one is not really... We're going to flip it. Can I go up? No, I'll just go down. Some of them just really are just like, why? Why did you do it that way, buddy? Why you do that? Like that. Like, why are you doing it this way? And even then, it's like, I want to go this way. Gotcha. Whatever. I will leave this. Shit. There we go. So ugly. Hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it when this, blech. If I know it's there. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You would just have a field day now, wouldn't you, hon? Okay. We're just going to tuck these guys all the way in there. I need to get you powered on. There we go. Sit. Yeah, and then this is just dead for if you have CD drives and 3 more hard drives. Like, I mean, granted, it's nice to have that, but one, this case, I would say the one negative is there's nowhere to put a hard drive or a CD drive. And this is all for very strange lighting. That actually is quite useful. That's like a new power. I don't really see. It's a 4-prong piece. But yeah, so like you know how you typically have these guys that are just obnoxious and whatnot? I don't even know what these are called, but they're old. But on the end, this one actually has like the fan. The four, it's a 4-pin. Yeah, it's a 4-pin. But this one's nice too. So this case comes with them all of those are Molex connectors. Okay. Like modular for that reason, at least semi-modular. Same. Semi-modular is fine with me because the only modular pieces are typically the VGA and the CPU and the motherboard. It doesn't have these nonsense ones all just there to just be sitting around and just eating up everything. It's just like, okay, I don't need to have this just shoved in there. But you can save yourself a little bit of money that way. These guys are. This is the nice USB 3.0. That I need to find where it's going so I can see what hole to put it in. I want to say it's that. Oh no, it's right there. Okay. It's actually really nice and easy. My only issue is I don't want to. God. Alright, so that's in. It's like I don't want to undo this zip tie because then I'm just going to have a bigger freaking mess. But these things are just so all over the place as it is. I'm trying to see if I need this for anything. As of right now, I do not, so I'm just going to tuck that away. Those are all done. That one can sit there for now. I'm working on these. This guy. It's kind of like right in the middle, which sucks. There. Um, it's frustrating because I needed to go there, but I'm pretty sure I can get it on this one too because this is a USB and this is a USB. This one's sideways and that one's not, which is strange to me. But if I can get this bad boy to, there we go. Actually, that's beautiful. I like that. So frustrating though. You know? Then we have our SATA. And this is where I need to get. Was it real bare my PC2? USB 2.0s are such an headache. I would say my first build I ever did I got it all fully done and everything. And then when it came down to turning the PC on, it did not want to turn on. It didn't want to turn on purely because I had those two flipped around. And so it was grounding itself out. And it took me a while to figure that one out. I was like, okay, this is stupid. Like, why would you do that? Alright. Are you a system fan? You are a system fan. Look at how convenient you are placed right there. Oh, bippity boppity, you're on. Thank you. Cool. There's the mounts for this new little contraption. System fans. We should have that all. Alright, let's take a look through here now. And where's my obnoxious mess of where I have to put in the power? It's audio 1. Is it that? Yeah. Yeah, it's that guy right there. This little pin set is going to be for this annoying amount of jumbled mess. Like, what are you? I don't understand what you are. Nor why would you just be laying around casually. Just furthermore, like, WTF, mate. Alright. Yes, you are HD audio. I'm gonna hook you up. You are a confusion of system fans. Gotcha. You are a confusion mess of what the hell are you? If I unplug you, you're just a singular. What? It's like I give you 3 of these. One, two. Okay, I see. 3. I must have just accidentally. Okay, that makes more sense then. It's for the RGB, I believe. Yeah, because that's a 3-pin set. This is for the system fans power. That's that nonsense. Gotcha. Okay, that's done. I hate the wiring part sometimes. Fan splitting cable. It's for these 3. It's for all three of the fans, but I want to say these are the RGB on them. And then there's this as well, which is the other thing before we forget is the RGB. But I don't know where I plugged this one in. It's this type of a cable. Does it plug in a SATA? It does. Huh. Okay. Okay, cool. Why would you not have this already... yeah, like, why would you not have this at least hooked up? Super strange. Okay. Yeah, so... yeah. Bam, just like that. So yeah, it's a SATA power. What up, Mata? So yeah, so that just, but the only other thing is then you have to plug in this one into a system fan, which doesn't make any sense either, but here we are. Because this case is making a lot of sense. Not really. I'm just like gathering a gaggle of wires right here. Do we have like a back? I need a convenient system fan slot. Is there a sys fan here? There is one right there. Fan or RGB header? What do you mean? Actually, that won't fit there. The fuck? This is a 3-pin. It will not fit there. Well, this one's got me a little stumped. I need to switch over to magnified chat. Ah, here we go. God damn. Yo, Mana, thank you for the 5 months, brother. 5 months subarino. Can I see some no? RGB has different headers. It is this. So it's a 3-pin. But what's throwing me off is it's saying gigabyte on it. So it's clearly needing to hook up something on the motherboard. But also gigabyte is a different motherboard than this. So I think it's not necessary. I think it's just extra. Because this one's an Asus MSI on the other one, and that's what I am rocking right now. So I don't think it's actually anything. I think it's just split, and how this one actually connects into a SATA. So I want to say all of this is just done. So this is going to go tuck away. Tuck it in there. Tuckerino. This is going to get zip tied together because this is a mess. This is going to get duped on, and I'm just going to plug this guy. into this system fan right there. There we go. Boopity boppity. And then the HD audio. I want to get it all the way behind everything. This one's going all the way down and under and in here. HD audio. Which one are you? You are probably that one. J audio. Yeah. This is kind of a pain in the butt now, isn't it? Actually, not the worst. This will be much worse. Damn. Actually, yeah, look at that. That's beautiful. Little guy. Okay. There should be another one right there, right? Yes. Yeesh. I gotta get it up in that hole. Now it's my least favorite. What's up, Anthony? About to go day drink at Drell's birthday? Oh, shoot. Just want to stop by and say what up, my dude. Hey, man. Mata, thanks for coming and stopping by, dude. Good to see you. Tell Adriel happy birthday for me. Tell Izzy hey. Whoever else is over there, tell them all hey. It's cool. I haven't seen those people in so long. Very, very long time. Alright, I need to put these little pins in a baggie because they are going to get bulldozed here in a second if I don't. Also got a, oh yeah, dude. Guys, can we get a celebration for Jay Mata? He actually just passed his electrician's test. So he's now able to start gaming, be that gamer boy again. So I'll probably be playing some games with him here in the future. That's what I'm looking for. I am thirsty. Been playing video games every day because I got no job. What kind of, what video games? We need some recommendations. We need to know. But yeah. Hell yeah. That's awesome. It's good to see everybody, like, all the mutual respect. I love it. Soda water with caffeine. Okay. surprisingly blowing through this quite quickly, in my opinion. I just don't want to do this. I hate these little pins so much. You really gotta... There's no way. I have to set this thing back down. Gosh. Whoa, these are my least favorite ones. So, if you can see, it's this little pin set here. But these guys are so small. They're singles or doubles. Division 1 and 2, Anthem, Gears 5, Minecraft. We were just talking about the Division a couple days ago. Honestly. Take care, Mata. Bum, 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 dun, 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 dun. Alright, so what do we got here? Power, LED positive, negative, power switch, HDD LED positive, negative, and the reset switch. Alright, so what do we got? So typically I would put the text upward. But I'm going to actually put them downward, just purely because I want to say this thing is actually going to be... It's the way it really wants me to do it. Honestly, that, and I'm just splitting these even more. That's the nice thing about these cables, these types of cables. If you need more room, give yourself some more room. You can just split them. Put reset and power on backwards for the lulz. So the tiny little button is your power button. That giant button. Don't worry about that giant button. Hi, babe. Hi. Reset switch. Right next door to it. It's like, I hope you have good vision because, God, the eye strain just looking at tiny little pins. These ones really don't want to stay in either. Oh my god. Sometimes having big hands is really not beneficial at all. This is one of those moments. You little shit. Stay. Come on, man. Seriously, is this how it's gonna be? They do not want to stay in. You know why? It's because I'm putting them in the wrong fucking slot. What up, Reaper? Where's my damn manual? I'm putting in these. The reset switch and the LED bullshit. Literally the hardest and most annoying part. Just because I'm putting them on the JSP1L. Gosh. It just hurts my hands. Come on. But this build is for a friend and a client of mine. There we go. 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 Sweet. Oh gosh. I'm like getting carpal tunnel. Ugh. Oh man, that hurts. Yes? Yeah, or you can just post it in this or whatever. What? Well, then DM it to me. So this is, we don't read the manuals here. It's for a friend who's actually into the music industry, and he's recording and editing music, and he also wants to game and stuff. So I built him somewhere around like his budget of where he wanted to spend. I went shopping for him and everything like that. Got the parts in, and this is where we're at. It is a Cooler Master. What is the case number again? It is. And now. Accept and join the list. Yes, please. Oh, it's right there. It's the MasterBox MB520 RGB. Yeah, I need to get that list like full blown. No, I like the case though. It really hasn't been too much of an issue to build in at all, really. Like it's got nice holes for the wiring and everything like that too. I just set an i7 9700K into it. Oh, this one? No. You're supposed to only look at this. This is what you're looking at. Here, that's a fan. Yeah, the 9700K, it was the same price as the 8700, and it's an 8-core processor, so another reason why I went with that one. We went with the M.2 500 gig solid state drive, and on the rear end I have, back here, we have a 2 terabyte Seagate Barracuda for more storage. I am going to be messing with this RAM, some Vulcan Z. It's 3200 speed, it's 16 gig. He's not going to need 32 gig of RAM in my opinion. The motherboard is the Z390-A Pro. More a budget, but it's a solid one. Looked at great specs. You need wireless. We're going to be dumping in one of the TP-Links for wireless, or for the Wi-Fi. So it's like the next step up for motherboards. It's like another, I think, a $75 boost or something like that, but that one comes with the Wi-Fi. But you can just do this instead. And that's my way I've done it. Like my living room PC has one of these TP-Links in it. Work beautifully. I love them, and they have great range on them. But yeah, so we're gonna go with the 1660 Super as well. So I haven't even gotten to open this up yet. So 16 gig of RAM, TP-Link motherboard, and a 1660, and we have this giant radiator to dump in here right after this. But yeah, 1660s, I have nothing against them. They're very good graphics cards. And especially if you're messing around, because I have him a 27-inch Dell 1080 75 hertz monitor, and that one, I'm like, if you're gonna be pushing 75 hertz, 1660 Supers, more than plenty. So, yeah, that's where we're at. Now this freaking mess. Cool. Yeah, that's all done and taken care of. This mess back here is pretty much done, I want to say. It's like all the RGB, the fan settings, but I don't want to zip tie any of this yet. I'm just going to shove it in there, get it out of the way. Because we now need to focus on this bad boy. I would have spent a little more to get a non-brown Mobo, though. He's not worried about it at all. He's not really looking for the thrills. He's looking for more just black, keep it standard. But yes, I understand. I mean, like, gamer to gamer and stuff like that. So yeah, big ass fan. Don't need that on it right now. Big ass radiator. Okay. This one I'm actually going to take a look at because I do not want to mess this mount up. I've never used this one as a mount. Of course I've got thermal paste. What kind of rookie do you think I am? You think this is amateur hour? Arctic Silver 5. Come on. People who use other stuff need to just get out. Intel, years. This is such a massive bag. Yeah, this one, I mean, it does come with it. That one? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, more fun pieces? More fun pieces, you say? That I don't want to mess with? Awesome. Ugh. This is literally a 4x4 pin set. Jesus Christ, dude. It's just like, why do you guys... You have to go full-blown overboard. And we have the Molex connectors. The 212 Evo Black. This cooler is the 212 RGB. Yeah, there you go. AMD and Intel, they do. It's just, which one do you want? Do 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 do. It's pretty much the same thing as like hooking up a radiator. the other types of radio, like the Corsairs. Pretty simple enough, actually. Yeah, so they give you this thermal paste. It's a smaller amount. No, I guess it's about the same. But it's the Master Gel Pro thermal compound from Cooler Master. I'm not going to use it. Personally, I like Arctic Silver 5. It's the thickest. It's not watery. What was his budget? I want to say this is about a $1,500 build. And that's including this beautiful mouse, this beautiful keyboard, the Corsair K55, and a monitor back there that I bought him. So, worked out very nicely. Alright, where are those? I want those little spacers.
Yeah, give me them spacers. Yeah, baby.
What the hell? Interesting. And then you would just do that? Oh. I mean, that's cool. I mean, I like that. So it keeps these little blanks in there. Huh. Okay. So, you can't really see what I'm doing from that angle. But basically, they give you these little flats. Flat on one side. So you could actually dump it in there. And then these little clips go slide right over it. And then it locks them in there. So now you have like all of them just kind of right up there and ready. I would say probably pushing $12.50 for the tower itself. So a nice build for $12.50. Something that's going to last you. He didn't have any peripherals as well. So not having any peripherals makes it very difficult to start your build cheaply at all. Yeah, so I mean, I did my homework. I did one build, like roughly, and I was like, okay, this is nice, but I feel like I could probably shave off some dollars in some spots because I had a solid state as well, and then it was like $10 more. You can go and get a M.2. I was like, duh. So I was like, yeah. I'm like, that's just such a smart thing to do over getting a solid state drive. Like, solid state drives are definitely becoming a thing of the past, which is fine. because they're old technology. But yeah, so now we have that little guy mounted. That bracket's mounted. So now we can go back to the other side, but that means I need to move this stuff out of the way. I don't need these. What are these massive brackets for? Maybe for over the top of them? Yeah, actually. Okay. Cool. Oh, that's cool. So that's what they want you to use that for. Gotcha. Alright, so these are AMDs. I don't need this stuff. Just put this stuff here. I need to get it out of the way because I'm about to drop this. Gotta drop the PC on its side. Okay. So yeah, this nifty little guy is actually just a cover so you can make sure these are tight. Which is cool. That you don't see very often. Nifty, nifty. Bam shabam. Alright, so technically, how the hell? Which one? Are we using these ones? Or these ones? No. These ones. We want the carved ones. That's just gonna be it? I feel like I need to mount that stuff together first. Should be a middle bar. There is not. There's like, those are for the fan. Yeah, it's for fan stuff. Do do do. Yeah, so there's a little screw that you screw that into the bottom. Gotcha. Yeah, it's AMD. AMD get the straight ones. Intel get the curved ones. Yeah, so you want to do that before you press it. Otherwise, you're just going to have a goopy mess everywhere. Oh, it clamps down to the CPU. It's these guys. So basically, there should be little screws in this little mess. Come on. There we go. That go like yonder. Eh. And then the other one. Shoot, I am running out of time. I actually have an orthodontist appointment in a little less than an hour. But I don't think I have an hour's left worth of work. Cool. So basically, ba-bam. That's what's gonna happen. Oh, that looks beautiful. They don't screw on the other side? No. If you can tell how they're flush. Let me see here. Right there. How they're flush right there. They want to stay flush and not be anywhere in the way. This way, they can be in the way that direction. And that's also how the manual's showing you. Okay. Personally, I rather make sure there's nothing on this. There we go. Let that evaporate. I don't care. I don't want to have any sort of issues. Alright, the fun part, you know. Nice and clean. I got it nowhere. Alright. Starters. Okay, good. I need to make sure I have. I want this one. This is my favorite screwdriver. Favorite screwdriver. Perfect. The moment of truth. God, nothing I hate more than setting. What the fuck? Why does this not feel like it's sitting properly? I think it's just the radiator. God, I need a longer fucking screwdriver for this. Alright, we're good. We're locked down. Yeah, baby. Alright. Those can go in there, those can go in there. These can go back in this little baggie. Hey, Mr. Fan, why you gotta be such a headache? Huh? Alright, so second fan is optional. What? Oh. Oh. Yeah, more or less. Okay, so okay, that's cool. Putting one, yeah, just getting a second one on there. Tiniest little 2-pin that's all janky. Not a big fan of how this is looking, but why is this so bad? So I don't need I just need to plug this into one of them. So that's your power for this thing. Okay. No. Why does that side look comfortable and this side does not? Okay. Also strange that it gives you the option to do a 4x4 pin. And power it that way versus using that. It just doesn't make sense. There we go. Yeah, bam bam. Cool. You can plug that into the rear end. So that's going all the way in the rear. CPU fans rolling right there. We're almost done. Getting there. And surprisingly enough, we actually found ourselves using one of these, which is such a pain in my butt. You're not going to cooperate with me? Flat, flat.
Get in there.
There we go. Cool. Cool beans, cool beans. Alright, so that's tucked. That's our RGB. That's useless. So frustrating. There we go. Don't need that, don't need that. Don't need this. Don't need that. What? Oh, that's cool. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, I had a little hiccup there. Okay. What's up, Kelly? I'm doing well. Doing well. Just having a little bit of problems there for a split second, but I've been building PC. I need to actually hurry up. And we're going to finish putting in a couple of the last products, and then we're going to call it, because I have got to get ready for an appointment that I have. So, this is the Vulcan T-Force DDR4 gaming RAM. I am going to put it in 2 and 4. Snap, snap. Snap, snap. All that's good to go. If I can have it stay. No? Nope, we're just gonna free fall for now. What's in the build? So it's a MSI Z390-A Pro motherboard, T-Force 3200 speed, 16 gig of RAM, This is the Cooler Master, what is it? The Hyper 212 RGB Black Edition radiator for the CPU. And then I have a i7 9700K. With now what I'm going to actually open up is our 1660 Super. That's just packaging. It's an EVGA, which I love their product. So there's this beautiful gem. 1660 Super. It's gonna be probably the last thing I'm gonna put into it, and then I'm gonna call it, just because I gotta get ready. More or less, just put shoes on, and then there's this guy as well. So this is what we're using for our wireless internet, is a TP-Link. They're these little guys. So they go in the PCI slot, the express ones. Comes with like 2 little antennas. Simple, simple, simple. Alright, so we're going to be dumping it into that one. Alright, I need those 2 opened up. You can hold on to those, you can keep them, you can do whatever you want with those, but pretty useless. Take off your little safety net. We are going to take off the beautiful plastic, because we all know we want to. Oh yeah, that's the goodie. That's the good stuff right there. Oh, yep. Looky there. Looky, looky. She's so pretty. Open that up. You're not snapping in real easily. Why are you not doing that? you did not like going in very smoothly. But you're in, so I give you that. Screw them back in. Yo, Ajmas, what's up, brother? Thank you for the 13-month resub. Wait. Yeah. Wait. Wait. What the hell just happened? Running free? Ajmas? Is that... Wait, what is going on? What the hell? All three of you? Well, thank you all. I appreciate it. Oh, gosh. I'm trying to almost kind of hurry. I have a orthodontist appointment at 1:30 and it's 1:06. Ooh, things are well. Things are going well. Yeah, dude. Ashmas with the 15-month resub. Zenny's like, all right, I see running freeze and I see Ashmas's. You know what's crazy? I'm just gonna double it. I've been subbed here for 31 months. 31 months. You win. You win. Like, oh, you guys are cool and all. You've been subbed over a year. That's cool. You know what's cooler than a year? Over 2.5. Alright, I'm going to try and just use only this one. Because I don't need to have a buttload of wires everywhere. Alright. Bam shabam. Bam 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 bam. I gotta plug this little guy in right here. And we're done. I want to say we're done. We're done. I gotta put Windows on. I gotta turn it on. But there she is. What the hell? Cool. So yeah, someone gonna come put you to shame? I doubt it. There's actually the build right there. Running Free just threw it down. And a Cooler Master, yeah. Ooh, I think my table just locked. Yeah, it's the Hyper 212. First time messing with one. First time mounting with one. Pretty intimidating because of how freaking large they are. But yeah, so here's like a nice overview of the build now. Wiring in this case is beautiful. Super easy. Like everything's like fully tucked away. I mean, you don't have any wires just kind of lingering, which is nice. It's like this one is even just like nicely tied off. This just pokes. Like, this case is very nice. It's a Cooler Master one. Starts off with 3 fans. Wait, where the hell is my... What the hell can you even see? Okay. Okay. This is terrible. Oh, okay. I see how I'm holding it now. Gotcha. Yeah, so 3. Yeah, RGB power supply unit. RGB freaking cooler. We got an M.2 500 gig drive in there. 1660 Super. T-Force 16 gig 3200 speed on that. And it's a Z390-A Pro motherboard. And I threw in a TP-Link for the Wi-Fi for this guy as well. It's pretty solid. It's a pretty solid build. I would say it's roughly about a 1250 build. This is for a friend and a client of mine, and I'm really excited to have been able to have the opportunity to do this. And yeah, so more or less, I am going to close this down. Yeah, it's this one. If I can reach it. The Smart RGB 600 watt Thermaltake. But yeah, if you guys want to check out the VOD, check out the VOD. I'm probably going to actually chop this up a little bit and make it shorter, and then I'm going to probably dump it onto YouTube and tag all of these companies. But yes. But yes. But man, thank you again for the support. Coming and cheer me on with this. I've had a blast. Everything is going to shut down. I am going to leave this here. I have to do the windows, but this is a build. We're good. I'm going to lock it up though. So I gotta go. But this case is great, so it has these little things on them already, and they don't go anywhere. And it's just like, bam, it's on. Same thing with this side. Organized enough. You can't be mad with good old. Which way do you want to go on? You want to go on that way? Yep, there you go. Cool. And bam, bam, bam. So you never lose these things either. It's got one of those magnetic tops on it, so you can freaking... This thing's got enough room to where you can probably stick another 4 fans on top of it. Why is everything RGB? It's just how everything's sold now. But you can't see the solid state drive in half the cases you can buy. This one doesn't have a solid state. This has just an M.2 and then a hard disk drive. Because M.2s are the new way of everything. But yeah, there we go. Here we are. It was a nice build. It was a lot of fun. I think it looks pretty clean.